Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm coming back with my NFL mock draft 1.0 for the 2019 draft. This might be my NFL mock draft last 0.0 because the draft is less than a week away. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to put out another mock draft, but if I do, I think I'm just going to have a lot of fun with it and do a lot of, I guess, like hot take picks in the draft or some pretty crazy scenarios, which should be fun. So maybe I'll do that. And in today's video, I just want to say I'm going to be doing very little analysis because, you know, the draft is so soon. We've been talking about these players and you've probably heard like a bunch of analysis about these players already. So I figured, you know what, let's just make this video quick and concise so it's entertaining and you're not hearing information you've heard for the good part of 2019. So I filled out my mock draft on NFL.com's Predict-A-Pick. So Predict-A-Pick is actually just about predicting the pick the player's going to go to, not the team. But in this video, I'm going to be doing the team and the pick and everything. I just like it on there because you can see everything, I feel. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this draft. Okay, so with the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft, I have the Arizona Cardinals selecting quarterback Kyler Murray. I mean, we've heard about this since the combine. There's a little feeling in my stomach, or deep down, I have a feeling that the Cardinals might trade this number 1 overall pick, but for this mock draft, I have them selecting Kyler Murray, and the majority of people, I think, believe that's going to happen. Number 2 overall, I have the 49ers selecting defensive lineman Nick Bosa. I think he's the best defensive player in this draft. I think he actually might be the best player in this draft. It's kind of hard to compare him to Kyler Murray, but I think it's a no-brainer for San Francisco at number 2. With the 3rd pick in the draft, I have the Jets selecting edge rusher Josh Allen. I think the Jets have a need here for an edge rusher. They need someone to be rushing the quarterback. I think Josh Allen fills that hole, and you know what? He's a guy from New Jersey. He's a local guy. With the 4th pick in the draft, I have the Raiders selecting Quinnen Williams. I think Quinnen Williams, Josh Allen, and Nick Bosa are the 3 top defenders in this class. I think they're just in that first tier. I think they're in a tier alone by themselves away from the other guys. So I think it only makes sense for the Raiders to take him at this point because he is the best player on the board by far, in my opinion, at this spot. With the 5th pick in the draft, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selecting linebacker Devin White. So they did draft Quan Alexander a few years ago. He ended up signing with the 49ers this past offseason. So you know what? They need a new linebacker, and why not get another linebacker from LSU? And I think Devin White is going to fill that void left by Alexander and maybe even play better than him. With the 6th pick in the draft, I have the New York Giants selecting Ed Oliver. Giants defense was a mess last year. Ed Oliver can step in on day 1 and make a huge impact on that defensive line. With the 7th pick in the draft, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars selecting offensive lineman Jawan Taylor. They went out, they spent a lot of money on Nick Foles. Why not protect him? With the 8th pick in the draft, I have the Detroit Lions selecting Montez Sweat. The concern with him is his heart condition, but apparently that's considered a low risk issue or a low risk injury issue. He's a beast edge rusher, just built crazy. I think he's going to make a huge impact, day 1 impact on that Lions defensive line, just like what I said with Ed Oliver. Those are 2 guys that can come in, make day 1 impacts. With the 9th pick in the draft, I have the Buffalo Bills selecting tight end TJ Hawkinson. They drafted Josh Allen last year. Why not give him another weapon? Hawkinson, he's a tight end that can do it all, and him and Josh Allen, I think they can be a pretty great duo. With the 10th pick in the draft, I have the Denver Broncos selecting quarterback Dwayne Haskins. Haskins basically just falls into their lap, and they have to pick him. Yes, they have Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco is going to be there to mentor Dwayne Haskins if this happens, in my opinion. I don't think Haskins will start right away, but I don't think they're so sure about Joe Flacco being the quarterback of their future. So the Giants see Dwayne Haskins go to the Broncos at 10, and they're like, oh no, we got to make our move now, because in the next 5 picks, Cincinnati's picking, Miami's picking, and Washington's picking, and those are all teams that could take a quarterback. So what the Giants do is they trade with Cincinnati, they give them some picks, and they go and select Drew Lock at 11. With the 12th pick, I have the Green Bay Packers selecting linebacker Devin Bush. With the departure of Clay Matthews, Devin Bush can really come in and fill that void. With the 13th pick in the draft, I have the Miami Dolphins selecting quarterback Daniel Jones. Fitzpatrick is technically the Dolphins' starting quarterback as of right now. I think they could have Daniel Jones come in, learn under him for a little bit, and maybe start towards the end of the year. With the 14th pick in the draft, I have the Atlanta Falcons selecting defensive lineman Rashawn Gary. This is a great deal for the Falcons. This is great value for them. Rashawn Gary showed how much of an athletic freak he is in this whole pre-draft process, so great deal for the Falcons. So we're at the 15th pick here, and I have a trade. So the Cardinals just traded Josh Rosen to the Redskins. They get the 15th pick here, and I have the Cardinals taking Greedy Williams. He's a guy who was, in the top 10 for a lot of drafts a little while back earlier this year. I think this is good value for him here. At the 15th pick, and I think he does have a lot of upside. But the 16th pick, I have the Carolina Panthers selecting offensive lineman Jonah Williams. I think this is another player that this pick is great value for them, and you can never have a good enough offensive line in the NFL, so good value pick here for Carolina. With the 17th pick in the draft, this is the other end of the trade of the Giants-Cincinnati trade that I have going down in my mock draft. I have the Cincinnati Bengals selecting Dexter Lawrence, defensive lineman. He's another guy, just comes in and make a day one impact. This draft is so deep with defensive players. A lot of these guys are going to come in and make day one impacts. Alright, so this video is getting way too long. I wanted this just to be a quick video. So what I'm going to do is cut the mini analysis and just start reading off my picks. So with the 19th overall pick, I have the Tennessee Titans selecting defensive lineman Clelin Ferrell. The 20th pick, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers selecting cornerback Byron Murphy. With the 21st pick, I have the Seattle Seahawks selecting defensive lineman Brian Burns. With the 22nd pick, I have the Baltimore Ravens selecting wide receiver DK Metcalf. But let me just say, him and Lamar Jackson would be really fun to watch. With the 23rd pick, I have the Houston Texans selecting offensive lineman Andre Dillard. With the 24th pick, I have the Oakland Raiders selecting wide receiver Marquise Brown. With the 25th pick, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting safety Taylor Rapp. With the 26th pick, I have the Indianapolis Colts selecting wide receiver AJ Brown. With the 27th pick, I have the Oakland Raiders selecting running back Josh Jacobs. With the 28th pick, I have the Chargers selecting defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons. With the 29th pick, I have the Kansas City Chiefs selecting safety Jonathan Abram. With the 30th pick, I have the Green Bay Packers selecting tight end Noah Fant. With the 31st pick, I have the LA Rams selecting offensive lineman Cody Ford. And with the 32nd pick, I have the New England Patriots selecting offensive lineman Garrett Bradbury. Alright guys, so that's my mock draft 1.0. Let me know down below who you have your favorite team taking, and let me know if I should do a crazy mock draft 2.0. If you like this video, make sure you drop a like, because that lets me know if you like this video and I should do more of them. Comment down below and subscribe. Peace out, guys.